is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome back to another episode of the Portsmouth Career Mode series. This is episode number 94, guys, and we are going to be starting today's episode off by having a little look at the squad report. As in the last episode, I did miss it out. I was meant to show it in the previous episode at the end of the January transfer window, but I didn't have time to put it into the video, and I didn't want the video to be too long. So here we go. We are just going through very quickly, and if you do want to see any player in particular on this squad report, then of course feel free to pause the video and you can take a little look at the players' stats and where they are growing in their attributes. We've got some really nice growth in the side, as I always say in most squad reports, because we've got some players that have some great potential for the future, as well as some really good players that are starting to age a little bit. You know, we've got Polyak in there, he's 29 now. We got Hong Chul as well. I believe he is also 29, he may even be 28, not really too sure, but we got some older players in there, as well as some younger ones, such as Matt Yorfer. Neil Morpay, still classed as young, he's only 22, and then we got some of our youth players in there that, despite their not getting that much game time, they are still growing very nicely. But we are going into the first game of today's episode, guys, and it is going to be against Aston Villa in the FA Cup round of 4. And this is certainly an interesting match, and I haven't actually done, I'm just thinking actually, I haven't actually done a post-commentary episode in quite a while. Would you guys like me to do more of these post-commentary episodes, or would you like me to do a little bit more of the live commentaries? Because I know you guys like them, but it's nice sometimes just to change it up a little bit. And we are going with the post-commentary for today's episode. And of course, in this match, it is the FA Cup, and as always, I like to pick a little bit of a weaker side. I mean, we've got some first-team players in there, but we are playing Chaloba at centre-back. Now, that really is an interesting one, and that was because, well, we've got Sutar out injured. We've also got Milosevic out injured, and that is a real problem for us at the moment, because I would either be playing, well, I'd either be playing Watmer or Winter at the centre-back position. And as we were coming up against a Premier League side in Aston Villa, I thought it would be worth just going with a little bit more of a defensive-minded player that is just a little bit better. Even though he's a CDM, he can play as a centre-back, and he has got the stats to do so. But unfortunately, we do concede the first goal of the game here, and it is to Libor Kozak, and he is a danger man in the air. That's all I can say. I gave them one set piece from a defensive mistake, actually. I passed it out and I tried to clear it away, and I ended up conceding that corner, and from that corner it would be Libor Kozak, the Aston Villa striker, who would head it into the back of the net and make it 1-0 to Aston Villa. So certainly not the best start to this match whatsoever, but we were looking to get that equaliser in this match just before half-time to kind of give us a bit of morale going into the half-time break. And it is a lovely bit of play building up here to the goal, which would come from Manjon, and what a lovely finish it is by Michael Manjon, or Mikel Manjon, whatever his name is, I don't know. He's a really good striker, that's all we've got to say. He scores the goal here, and the build-up play is just lovely. Look at that, first-time touches and passes into the middle to Mikel Manjon, and he gets the first goal in the FA Cup for him, and the equaliser, more importantly, in this match, that would hopefully see us maybe go through into the next round if we can get a second goal. But Aston Villa, they were certainly knocking on the door, and that was a good shot there by Libor Kozak once again. They ended up taking him off, but they would get another corner, and a brilliant chance there from the volley, and McCarthy somehow manages to save that. I have no idea. You look at the replay, and this just goes to show how broken FIFA goalkeepers are this year. Look at that. How on earth did he get to that? He can't get to the most simplest of headers, but he gets to that one and makes an amazing Spider-Man save there. Really was amazing. And unfortunately there we do get another chance with Bigger Romana. He should have done better from that header. And in the end we do actually get a draw from this FA Cup match. And that, of course, does mean that we will have to play an FA Cup replay match against Aston Villa to decide which team goes through to the next round, and that will be in today's episode. In fact, I believe it is in the next game, actually, but looking at the match stats, I think it was a very fair result. We got a 1-1 draw, and going off of the shots and all of the chances that we did have on goal compared to Aston Villa, I think that's an absolutely fair result, and we will go into the second leg, or the FA Cup replay, and hope that we can actually go ahead and pick up a win in that match. But you can see there that Jeremy Boga and also Alex McCarthy are very happy to get into the side, And it's very, very nice to give those sort of players, those squad players, a bit of a chance. And then we get littered with even more player conversations here. Matt Wilczynski wanting to have an increase on his wages. And to be honest, he's probably one of the most disappointing players I've played with. He's one of the most disappointing youth players I've played with, is what I'm trying to say. Didn't even pick him for this match. I picked Boga ahead of him. He's 79 overall and Boga is 74 overall. That really does say something, doesn't it? But Jeremy Boga is in some fantastic form, so there was no reason to drop him for the second match here, which of course is the replay match against Aston Villa. And to be honest, I didn't even make a single change to the side, I don't think. I've stayed with the same side. I sticked with it because it felt really, really good in that match. Even though we only picked up a 1-1 draw, I was very, very happy with the way that it went in that match. And as a result of that, we are sticking with pretty much the same side. Although Dele Alli and Marcus Prosperi are swapping out Big Romana and Tufan in midfield. But it is a very, very strong lineup. Again, Chalobah at the centre-back position because we still have injuries. Even though Milosevic is off of his injury now, he's still not fit enough to play in this match, which was a little bit disappointing. But it would give Chalobah some more game time, and he was doing a brilliant job at centre-back. As well as this guy, Jeremy Boga at cam. In this first half, he was actually mesmeric. He was so, so good, creating all the chances. And again, here you'll see we have some lovely passing play, to be honest. And then it'll be Boga doing an incredible over-the-top ball there to Jordan Ibe. And unluckily, on the stroke of half-time there, he hits the post. That would have been a brilliant opportunity had we have taken it. But it wouldn't matter, as Jordan Ibe plays Mikael Mandron once again. And they are doing wonders up front. Honestly, those two up front, having a target man in Mikael Mandron and Jordan Ibe to feed him the balls, and they get so many assists to one another and so many goals. They are a perfect partnership up front, and I knew when I brought this guy in, he'd be getting me the goals. And once again, he's shrugging off 3 or 4 defenders there that he has to get past, and he manages to score there at the near post past Brad Guzan, and he gets his second goal within 2 matches. Really, really starting to impress me. At first, he wasn't really the best striker, but now he really is starting to impress me, and what a good chance that was there. Aston Villa looking for the equaliser in this match in the second half, and they get a decent cross into the middle here. Unfortunately, wasn't dealt with there by Yedlin, and that really was a poor clearance into the path there of Victor Wanyama, who gets a goal and levels it up in this match against the run of play completely. We had so many chances in the first half, and we were rewarded in the second half for getting that goal just after half-time. And then we concede a goal like that. It rubbed the salt in the wounds, basically. Didn't really want to concede from that, but then Marcus Prosperi goes on an amazing run here, and will he be able to score? Somehow he does, and then he walks through the net. I don't know what he's doing there. He's having a laugh there. I don't know what he's doing. He literally bundles over the goal, and I don't know why I found this goal so funny, to be honest. I mean, it was just ridiculous. We just conceded an unbelievable goal to Aston Villa at the other end, and then we scored one ourselves, which is even more unbelievable, to be honest. I mean, Marcus Prosperi really was the hero there to get the goal to put us in front in this match, and it wasn't over there. Mikael Mandron doing really, really well, getting into the box there, beating 3 or 4 defenders, and at that stage, I think Aston Villa just gave up. Their defence just completely crumbled once again, and it would be Aston Bolonga getting the goal there to make it 3-1, putting the result beyond doubt. But honestly, Mikael Mandron in this match was an absolute revelation, and Britt Aston Bolonga, I think it's fair to say, he's not really going to get much of an easier chance to score his first goal for Portsmouth than that. It was put on a plate for him by Mikael Mandron, and he really was an absolutely inspirational player in this match, deservedly getting man of the match, and we get a deserved win as well. I mean, Aston Villa, they scored against the run of play, like I said, on their only shot on target, and it was great that we could come away with a win in that match to advance in the FA Cup to the next round. It will be interesting to see who we do face. Aston Villa was certainly tough opponents, forcing the replay, and it was a shame that we did have to go to a replay because we have a lot of fixtures now in the coming days, and it means that we have to rotate the squad quite a lot. But we do go ahead and offer Matteo Poliak a contract after that Aston Villa match. I gave him sporadic first team player, which is a little bit of a downgrade from his squad role at the moment, which is important first team player. But he has been the legend of the series. He really has. He's been here since the beginning. He's been a really, really good holding midfielder. And in that match against Aston Villa, he really did hold down the midfield really well, like he always has done. He's been amazing from the League 2 all the way to the Premier League. He's proven that he's a really, really good holding midfielder, and I certainly want to keep him here for the rest of the series because he really has impressed me, like I did say. But we are going into the third and final match here, which will be against Tottenham Hotspur, not Aston Villa for once, because we've been playing them so many times recently, and we get a good opportunity there. Brett Asombalonga having a shot, and then you signing Sillerson in the goal made a very, very good save there to deny him. And then we get another good opportunity here as Thalvin turns around Dyer, and unfortunately we're not able to score from yet another chance on goal. A really good opportunity, and it was a shame that we couldn't score from it because Lamela then had a shot from an unbelievable angle, and he almost managed to score from that. Had he have scored from that, I would have actually just been completely shocked. But then we get a good opportunity from a free kick. Hong Chul is going to be standing over this one with his amazing 98 curve, and unfortunately Sillerson again making another save. But so although Hong Chul is very good at free kicks, he's only got 28 finishing, so the likelihood of him finishing off one of those free kicks is very, very unlikely. But he has got a few goals for the club despite that. But in the end, we get a 0-0 draw from this match. And on the balance of play, I would say that it was deserved, to be fair, because they had 8 shots, we had 8 shots. Could have gone either way, to be fair, but in the end we didn't finish off our chances and we were punished. We only got a point from that match. But this is going to be the end of the episode, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed, and if you have enjoyed this episode of the Portsmouth Career Mode series, then of course feel free to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already, as it really does help out my channel, guys. And in the next few days I will have a few other videos coming out, as well as this series coming out a little bit more often now that I have some more free time, so you guys can look forward to that, and also some other videos, because we managed to hit 4,000 subscribers the other day, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. But apart from that, guys, I'm gonna have to leave it there, and I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.